The space race never ended. It changed shape. Today, the push outward is no longer driven by two superpowers locked in rivalry. It's a global contest, faster, more commercial, and far more complex than the one that came before. And the decisions made in this decade will define who builds humanity's first footholds beyond Earth. For most of the space age, leaving Earth was something only nations could afford. Rockets were expensive, single-use machines, and every launch carried the weight of national prestige. But the economics changed when private companies began treating rockets like aircraft. Vehicles meant to fly, land, and fly again. Reusability collapsed launch costs. Rapid iteration replaced decade-long development cycles. And private capital introduced a new kind of pressure, the expectation to innovate continuously, not once per generation. This shift didn't just make launches cheaper, it changed the rhythm of spaceflight itself. Test flights became routine. Failures became data points instead of national embarrassments. And the pace of progress accelerated in a way government programs were never designed to match. This transformation didn't replace national space agencies. It reshaped them. NASA now relies on commercial launch providers so it can focus on deep space missions and scientific exploration. China continues to expand its state-driven program while supporting a growing network of commercial firms that mirror the rapid iteration model. India has become a rising force, delivering reliable missions at a fraction of traditional costs and opening its own commercial launch market. Across Europe, Japan, South Korea, and the Middle East, new players are entering the arena with their own ambitions, from lunar landers to satellite mega-constellations, and private megacorporations, backed by unprecedented resources, now operate fleets of rockets, spacecraft, and orbital infrastructure that rival national capabilities. The result is a multipolar race where governments and corporations compete, collaborate, and occasionally collide. But this race isn't just about reaching orbit. It's about who builds the infrastructure that will shape the next century. Lunar bases that extract resources directly from the Moon. Mars missions that test the limits of human endurance. Asteroid mining operations that could unlock metals rarer than anything found on Earth. And orbital platforms that serve as factories, laboratories, and gateways to deeper space. Control over these systems will influence everything from global communications to resource supply chains. And the nations and companies that establish these footholds first will define the rules and the opportunities for everyone who follows. In many ways, this is less a race to plant flags and more a race to build the scaffolding of a space-based economy. The new space race is not a single contest with a finish line. It's a long, branching competition that will unfold across decades, shaped by breakthroughs we can't yet predict. But one thing is clear. The momentum is accelerating. More launches, more missions, more nations and companies pushing outward. And as the boundaries of space expand, so does the question of who will lead humanity's next chapter beyond Earth. This is only the beginning.